Hey people, it's Memory Scent, where scent becomes one with you and you become one with the new world around you. Today is a very special video for me because it is my first step into introducing myself to the YouTube world. It's a world that before at least, I could have never imagined that I would do. It's a dream, it's an endeavor that I've been planning for a long time, while I was watching so many YouTube reviewers and just imagining how nice it would be to actually do this myself, to share my passion, to project my passion and love upon others and try to make them feel what I feel, make them understand what I imagine that fragrance is, that artistry in a bottle. And that's actually why my channel is called Memory Scent. It's personifying that emotion, that thing that fragrance creates, really. You know, it takes you to a world which you can't really describe with words, but you, my brothers, my frag heads, the fragrance community will understand which world I'm talking about. When you sniff it, and you feel like unlike anywhere else in this world at that specific moment. And today I will share a special story. First, I want to mention that this video is for J-ROYL Fragrances giveaway competition, so I'm making this video specifically for that. So it's kind of a two-part thing today. My first video, and I'm entering J-ROYL fragrance competition. So here I am. This is me. There's nowhere else on earth I'd rather be. I think that's a Bryan Adams reference. So the fragrance I'll be talking about today is Dior Homme Parfum. I think you can see that. For many, at least to me, they call this one the king, you know? At least out of the Dior Homme line. Because really, it smells like, not at all like Dior Homme or Dior Homme Intense. It really has it has a kingly, a manly character to it because you have that iris. You can kind of feel it in the background. But the main thing is leather and warmth, a little bit of spiciness, and some warm notes. Imagine, okay, stay with me now. Imagine a big snowfall. You have that white blanket, really crunchy when you walk. No, it's not blowing, it's just really cold. You're walking in a nice coat, you know, with some big lapels, and you're just walking. You're walking. You can see your breath materialize in the air, and then you smell yourself. As you pull your lapels up, as you just try to make yourself warm. That's what this thing does. It makes you warm. It's an amazing thing that it really does, and it's not brash at all. It's not gonna shock you in the face. It's not gonna punch you in the front teeth and knock you out. I mean, don't get me wrong. This fragrance is a beast mode fragrance. This will last you at least, so listen to me, easily, at least 10 hours. A very good 2-hour projection. I mean, this thing is amazing. But as a fragrance, it's sensual. For example, like Histoire de Parfums, Ombre 114, beast mode, but so sensual. This, this also carries a lot of memories for me because, and it's some strong ones too for an important person. For example, every time that I smell this, that I look at this bottle, I remember my brother. My brother is a lot to me in life. I mean, I can't really explain that with words, what a brother is, I mean, it's just amazing because my brother also my brother also likes fragrances, but he's not as crazy as I am. So, the thing is, the first time I smelled Dior Homme Intense, I was kind of looking for a fragrance that would smell like Massimo Duty store, so it's kind of weird. Anyways, I was in the store and I smelled Dior Homme Intense, which it blew me away, really. I mean, I had that fragrance too. It's kind of a staple to have at this point in the fragrance community. So that was the first time I was introduced to these kind of square bottles which I really love. You know, less is more. It's really minimalistic, but so luxurious, so fancy. As well as the Dior La Collection Privée line. Just, you know, round bottles, but they look pretty freaking regal, you know? And I remember that bottle, I remember that smell. So I was on a trip, and I happened to be at the Ataturk airport in Istanbul, where they have that huge duty-free store. And of course, I went direct to the fragrances, but at the time, I wasn't. It's not that I wasn't into fragrance. I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now. Okay, so I just went to the Dior. I saw a square bottle, but I didn't know. I didn't know that you had Dior Homme or Dior Homme Parfum. So I just took this bottle, which I at the time just kind of was in a hurry. I thought that was Dior Homme Intense. So I was like, this isn't what I smelled like. What is it? I mean, it's pretty freaking woody. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like the smell, but this isn't what I smelled, you know? And I was actually going to China. And when I was in China, I told my brother, you know what, I'll buy you a fragrance. And I bought him Dior Homme Parfum. And as I smelled it, I realized, wow, I really like this stuff. And I was like, and I told my brother, no, you're not gonna like it. It's not your style. You won't like it. And I'll just take it instead of you, so you don't kind of screw your whole thing. And in the end, I still had to give my brother a present because I really wanted to surprise him. And he loves this stuff. He usually uses the fragrances really, really, really fast, like within a few months. But this one, it's been lasting him at least 1 year now, you know. So it could be that it's for me or that he really likes the fragrance. But anyways, he's really enjoying this thing. So to kind of conclude this beginning of fragrance, this fragrance is your winter coat. This fragrance will make you warm. You walk, hear that snow crunch on your feet, you pull up your coat, and you just feel like a walking radiator. You'll feel warm, spicy, leathery. First of all, you'll feel like a king. I mean, to be honest, I haven't smelled Aventus yet. Disclaimer. Please don't hate me. I haven't smelled Aventus, but to me, this is a king. This is something that will make you feel unlike any other fragrance ever, you know? That leather, that warmth, that spiciness, that woodiness in the background, that iris, that kind of makes it sensual. You feel it in the background. And you know, this will always be a part of my life. This will always be in my collection. Not just because of the fragrance, because of the sentimental value it has for me. Because when I see this, I see my brother, I see that story, I see a whole journey. And it just received another value. It is my first fragrance that I ever reviewed or mentioned in a YouTube video. And people, I want to thank you so much for everyone that shows me support, kind words, words of encouragement that really push me to do this further, to follow my dream and my passion. And I also want to make a huge shout out to my brother, to a good friend of mine, James Frantowski from J-ROYL. He's the one who triggered me to make this fragrance. He's the one who pushed me. And people, I'll leave his link to his YouTube channel, to the ROYL COURT, to the Facebook group. And I really hope to see you guys there. He's an amazing person, a really charismatic person that takes a different take on the whole shebang. And he really made me realize some stuff, and he really pushed me. So, brother, I thank you from the heart. And also, there's some words that I heard from Jeremy Fragrance that really keep pushing me, and that is, keep up the power. People, I want to thank you so much. If you like this video, if you have any thoughts on my first take on it, I'd really appreciate a comment. And for future videos, subscribe, click that little bell so you can get the notifications. People, thank you once again from the heart. This was Memory Scent, and I'll talk to you later.